Show Maven's cast.
Blame Benson is trending worldwide. That's a lie, but the cast-off should be,
You know
guys.
that has actually trended worldwide once. No word of a lie.
For what?
At Gfinity. That, you know, remember when I got the pie in the face? Remember that?
Oh.
See.
It trended worldwide on Twitter, Blame Benson. Everyone was like, wait, what? Because people thought it was...
That was not the caster
there's like
match
a-
that...
Did you mark that down
you were
like
in.
lifetime achievements?
Yes, I actually did, because it was kind of cool. Because Brycey ultimately blamed me, even though it was his fault. What are you going to do? Bryce is an idiot. Anyway, moving on.
You
The
had
cast
the
off.
worst stats, I remember, because I put up some real crappy ones, but you
Yeah.
were right up there.
Foul, no stock.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Puck it.
No, I wasn't allowed to use the foul.
Anyway,
yeah.
someone actually chickened out of the second Casters game because they were very worried that they were going to get
They had an
destroyed.
executive producer job and no time to play video games. Let's talk about
Convenient.
Nowitzki, though. Nowitzki.
Dirk.
Nowitzki.
What are you saying?
That's
his name is Jamie Diaz Ruiz.
That's his handle, bro. Caster alias. You know how to read?
He's
You
Dirk
say his
You're
full
Nowitzki.
reading
name.
the wrong page.
He's Dirk
How?
Nowitzki.
Jamie Diaz Ruiz.
It's Dirk. Just Big Dirk.
Dirk.
And I love this kid on Twitter. He's always interacting with us, always on the streams. He's been around for as long as I can remember in the Call of Duty scene. With that said,
Okay.
I really want to see how he is
Dude, he
as
can
talent
beatbox.
because he's definitely someone who
Can beatbox.
who watches a lot of our content.
Okay. He can beatbox though.
His
what,
favorite-
what else have we got? What
His
other?
favorite COD, World at War. What do you guys think of that answer?
Okay. Whoa, flag on the play.
He can bark like a dog.
Wait, what? Why is that not the fun fact?
Right
Is
here,
that
it
actually
says-
written down?
Yeah, it is. It's
Fun
written
fact
No way
about
does that
myself
say
is
that.
that I can beatbox a little as well as sing a little. Oh, and
And
from
it
a
says
lot
here,
of
I can
people
bark like a
know
dog.
me in this community, I can bark like a dog.
I'm
He's
not sure
born
why
and
you
raised
would
in
ever
England, Ben, so he's your
Hey-o.
countryman.
More connections to Benson.
Yes.
Yo, you guys are ruthless today. Everything connected
You're
to
just
me.
sitting in the middle.
I want to
That's the
see
problem.
his
You
intro
chose your
video.
seat.
Dirk, impress me, please.
What did you say?
I said impress me.
The cast off there. I have any applications?
Yes, we do.
I haven't cast in like a year, but I think should I go for it?
Should have probably
Yeah.
warmed up.
Yeah, dude. I'll get recording that right now. Sounds good. Sounds like a good opportunity. Why am I talking to myself? I don't know. I just want to seem like I have friends. But anyway, guys, I have 60 seconds to talk to you about myself. I am
That was
Beach
brutally awkward.
41, aka Dirk, aka James, whatever you guys want to call me, you may. I'm 20 years old. I live in a small town named called Byron, Illinois. And I have been casting, I'm not going to say for 3 years, but I started casting in Black Ops 2 for PA organization helping little AM teams out. That is where I first started casting. And from there, it's just been nothing but good until it hit about Ghost, and I had some real life stuff that I had to get up with. But now it's Advanced Warfare. I'm starting to get back in the kick of things, and I thought it's such a great opportunity to maybe get back in the swing of things by going for the cast off. Maybe a long shot, but hey, I'm up for it. I have crazy, wild goals, and I ain't afraid to show it. But I mean, this is a great opportunity to see all this talent out there, the next up-and-coming caster, everything. I feel like this is just such an amazing opportunity. But I am ready to get back on this grind. Like I said, I've been in this community basically for 3 years, and it's been great.
No,
Black
definitely
Ops
not
2, I've
scripted.
been playing since World at War, competitively, game battles and stuff like that. But Black Ops 2 is really where I got in the community and started casting everything. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay casting. I have chose FaZe against Aware Hardpoint. So I hope you guys do enjoy. See ya.
Besides the very, very awkward intro, that was okay. That was really...
What?
They're having a cast off?
Yeah. I'm not...
Hey, you tried.
He tried, yeah.
You were not in a bathtub with hot sauce and your pants on.
I like the guy in the hot tub in the back.
Can we kind of go back to that?
Love to Jorge.
And actually just readdress Jorge. I would like to see his casting again.
No,
No.
it was real bad.
Yeah.
The casting was bad.
Dude, that's dedication to the show.
Correct, and you can sit in whatever body of water you want with him, but he won't be in LA.
Straight to the casting, please. Okay.
Getting right into this game right now. We have jumping on board with Aware. Happy right now. They are up in this game 197 to 152 with 1 minute 23 seconds left in this game. We'll see what they're going to be able to do. We're going to jump on board with the Naval. Holding it down inside the hard point. It's going to be taken out. FaZe needs a big hill there if they want to be able to come back in this. It is still mathematically possible for them to do that. But
Good.
Parasite coming up on the hill right
Mention
now. But
mathematically
excellent
possible. Not a lot of
stoppages that
people
we're
have done
seeing from Aware. Hugh going big right there inside of the hard point. But now Slasher is going to be in here. Slasher, a great player. Really made a name for himself at Columbus. Going to be able to get a kill there.
His
and
audio
they
is
really
out of
need the
sync,
scratch
we should
if they want a
mention.
chance to come back. They have 5 seconds to do so. But if you do look on the map right now, the rotations are there for Team FaZe. That's going to be a nade inside the hard point. He's going to be able to pick up one. Fire in a nade. Is he going to be able to pick up the second player?
Yeah,
Is
quite
he going to?
badly.
Yes, he does. Jumping out of the hard point, coming back in, using that exo ability to his advantage, picks up a third player, holding it down right now for FaZe. 40 seconds left, 48 left in this hard point, but they are still able to come back in this, but Enable is going to be shut down. Aches trying to do everything he can, gets the mantle inside the hard point, but Slasher going to be able to do big things for FaZe, and just like that, they're still alive in this game. Are they going to be able to do anything? Aware needs to go big here to try to stop this FaZe onslaught that's going on, but FaZe players are going to be taken out. 2 down for Aware. It's going to be Huke inside of that hard point, contested right now, and now just as you look at it, it looks like Aware is going to be pulling away with this one. Now it is mathematically impossible. Aware going huge here to take this league match against FaZe. The time dwindling down. The final score is going to be going to Aware. Let's see, it's going to be 211 to 185. Aware taking this one over FaZe.
Not bad.
I'm not Xing it yet.
No.
I mean,
No,
I want a little bit more. You know?
I thought it was pretty good.
He was good. He mentioned some key things. The audio not being in sync didn't help because you know, you're trying to watch the gameplay at the same time and understand, is he saying the things at the correct time?
What do you think of the last hill? It was like, and now.
Yeah, I closed my eyes and I didn't know where we were at.
Right.
And I didn't know what was really going
on.
And then he'd bring me back and say they're still in it. I didn't know where we were at score-wise, but there was a lot going on.
Right.
The place he missed it was Aware needs to put on some pressure to avoid this FaZe onslaught, but Huke getting big kills. It should have been, and Huke getting big kills. That was like one where I got really confused with my eyes.
I wasn't sure if Huke was getting kills or if he was in the hard point, or because then it just went from FaZe has the hill to now they have to get it back. How Aware must have the hill at that point?
You know what? Let's move on.
I want to see more. I want to see. We have what? How many?
We have one guy left.
I think we can actually have Ron, if you can, go in the back and see if we can find the original YouTube video and see if there was any problem with the converting, and that's what threw off the audio, or if it was in his original source audio. Let's move on to our next contestant in the meantime. We'll come back to Jamie. Ben, any glaring, before we get off Jamie, any glaring things that made you want to just exit immediately?
No.
Not
but
sure.
There was nothing which stood out to me as like, X, I'm out. But there was nothing which kind of made me want to go, this guy's got it.
Right.
But I'm not sure if that's because that's audio's out of sync and I was watching so much.
I want to watch it with the audio in sync.
Because I'm kind of watching it and I'm like, is he mentioning the rotation at the right time? Is he mentioning the kills at the right time? Is everything at the... Because, I mean, that's key. If I'm mentioning things 5 seconds after you see it, you're going to be sat there going, what's going on?
The chat put him at around a 6.5 to a 7.5, saying he lacked a little hype. I think there were moments of hype, but...
Right. This is the last minute and a half of a hardpoint game.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell me anything about the score at the end.
That definitely.
Anyway, Jamie, we'll get back to you. In the meantime, we're going to our last submission. Fox the Don, a.k.a. Rondez Green, is going to be next on our show.
So we have to pick between...
And this is a guy...
We have to pick between these two people.
Who's been just tweeting me nonstop. I sent him an email. He's like, I'm in. I'm going on to the semifinals. I said, no, you're not. You're being considered with a group of 60 people. But he is a content writer for COD Sports, or COD Esportspedia, one of our favorite sites that we use nonstop here on the Esports Report. So let's listen to the man. He's a grocery store cashier when he's not making YouTube videos. All right, so Fox.
Hello, this is Rondez Green, or Fox Don as I'm known in the community. I'm 20 years old. I am from Maryland on the East Coast of the United States. I am a longtime esports enthusiast. I got my start in Halo 2, where I first started competing and found out about MLG and started looking up lots of gameplay online to really improve my game. And I just enjoy using my voice and learning more about the game and communicating with other people and discussing things. So that's why I have such a huge commitment to both YouTube and Twitch as well, where I live stream every single day to a little over 7,000 followers now, a little bit over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's just a great commitment of mine to upload every single day and to speak. I enjoy public speaking, and it's always been a strong suit of mine. So a big thanks to everyone that's gotten me this far. Today, the game that I'm casting is FaZe versus Aware on Solar Hardpoint, and if you enjoy my casting, I do look forward to working with you in the future, so thank you for the opportunity.
Good voice.
I love that, dude. I didn't waste any time.
Good energy. The only thing that I picked up on and I kind of laser focused in on was he closes his eyes at the start of every sentence.
Okay.
So I think on camera we just need to work with him to kind of make him aware of that, because a lot of times you just don't notice your kind of tics or any of the things you might be doing in your day-to-day speaking.
One interesting... Did he say he was doing the search on a story? What did he say he was casting?
I thought he said he was doing the
Hard point.
Hard
He
point.
was a hard point? Okay, this is interesting because his favorite caster is actually Mr. X.
Oh!
Put him through.
Now,
Put him through.
now,
Put
so-
him through.
No, let me explain. So Mr. X, known for your analytical kind of style,
Right.
you understand what goes on inside the player's mind. You
Great
understand the
hair.
game on another level.
Fabulous hair.
There's Fox is, you know, great hair.
They both had gray hair, yeah.
Fox, you know, big time guy on subreddit. You always
Yes.
see him posting. He tends to know his game a lot. I again would have liked to see him cast a searching story and maybe break it down a little bit. If he is doing the hard point now, I hope he doesn't struggle. That's the. But
Right,
then
I
again,
think
he's a
I
live
think he
streamer.
is
He's a
doing
YouTuber.
Fun-
I would expect him to be like good.
Fun facts about himself, and apologies if I offended at all, Fox. I suffer from blindness in my right eye and still manage to compete in both
That's
competitive
sweet.
gaming and as a hobby, normal sports.
For you.
On top of that, he won $5,000 from Verizon for developing and presenting a marketing plan and commercial for an unreleased tablet. So if you can win a marketing contest,
I'm a fan.
the man's
Holy.
got some talent.
Hopefully his casting's good.
All right, let's take a look at his casting.
Aware Hap is going to be pushing up from maps here.
voice.
Just trying to find a good angle to take one player off of the hill and buy his team some time because it looks like FaZe is going to need a full minute to come back. However, we have red team pushing straight up the dirt road, and there's 4 of them there. Slasher and Enable are not going to be able to hold out. Unfortunately, Enable could not pick
just
up the second kill because
glass.
there were multiple players coming at him. Now, all it would take is for red team to send one person through middle to computers, and they could completely shut FaZe down to the point where they couldn't even be contesting this hill right now. However, they're all going dirt road, and now we're going to see here in a second the players are going to start spawning on the opposite lane where FaZe was spawning. They're going to rotate through middle and get through
That's the
blue room,
spawns. That's
or
that
they can
kind
go
of
around a
Mr. X
3-story on
style. Yeah, he's watched this
S3 and try and
multiple
control
times,
this
so.
next hard point, as FaZe is going to need every single second on this hill. Now, the problem with this hill is that there are so many different entry points. There are at least 4 different ways to get into this hard point, even more angles to throw grenades into it. And so that
But
means
just
that
miss Enable
outside of the hill
threes.
is going to be need to be some superb slaying from
What
some
are you more
amazing power
interested in
positions.
at that
However,
point?
Enable
In the
and
last
Eggs
thing.
are
You gotta
not
finish
going
your
to be
thought. You
able
don't
to
know
hold
what the
down.
player's
Slash is
gonna
coming in
do.
in a second
Right,
here.
you're asking.
He's
Picks
watching
up a
multiple
nice
times. You know that
3-piece,
Enable's gonna get
and he's
this.
going to look around behind him,
Can't
gets
judge
another
him.
kill right there. The 4-piece coming out of Slasher. However, the other team is still spawning in, and there are still so many different angles they can come from. Slasher might not be able to hold out. No, he does not. Enable has to back off to reload. In a situation like that, it might have been more beneficial for them to all have ASM1s, but in a
He's trying
time
to get it-
like
yeah,
this,
he's-
there's really not a whole lot of time to
I
switch
like it.
classes and make split decisions
Not a lot
like
of time
that. But
to
the
switch
players
classes.
are still holding it down. However, Aware is going to come through and take this hard point as Teach comes in with some nice kills and great competition in the hard point. Had FaZe played a little bit more aggressively and blocked those water tower spawns, they probably would have come out on top. However,
That's
Aware
different
takes
audio.
this map.
That was edited 100%.
Yeah, that was edited in.
You could tell that was edited. Good fact, but edited in.
In-
Honestly,
Do
I
you
just want to
give him
go.
props for going the extra mile?
No,
In a live setting.
in the live setting
with
you
with a
can't.
second. Okay,
What's he gonna say there at the end of that
So
game?
here's the argument. If you're a more analytical caster, I feel like a solo cast is much harder.
Oh, without doubt.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
Like me
definitely.
trying to solo cast, like
But dude, missing that enable 3. The whole reason we picked that gameplay. No, let me break it down. Let me break it down before you say no. The reason we picked that gameplay was that enable 3-piece keeps FaZe in the game. That wasn't addressed at all. Now I understand.
he was already explaining.
He was already
another
explaining something
idea.
else, which was a good point. In all honesty, I'm a massive Fox fan.
Yeah.
If he
That
break-
was really, really good.
if he breaks
There's no
that,
need to talk about Enable because you've covered the point. Can they hold this down? There's 4 entry points. He continues to then talk about the kills that are happening outside. The Enable play is already done. You can't go back
No.
to it at that point.
You can still address.
Right, but I
Enable
feel
got
like
that 3-piece
breaking
that
his-
keeps FaZe into the game.
breaking his thought to explain that and then going back to that's like
Right,
a
it's
thing
messy.
you don't know
It's messy.
what's.
Honestly, that was really good. That was really, really good.
All right. It's both of these guys had good voices. Fox and,
yeah.
Jamie too,
and
huh?
Dirk. Fox was
Can-
more
wait, can we-
analytical. He talked about ASM1s. He talked about the entry points to the final hard point. He said dirt road. He said computers. He was using more callouts. But I do want to give Dirk another chance. Ron said he was able to find the video and
Yeah, I wanna watch
from,
that again.
from the YouTube version. So Ron, we'll give you a minute to get that ready. We only have one spot, so I want to make sure we get this last one right.
I think out of some of the contestants we picked, we need someone that's gonna break it down analytically.
I'm not thinking about that. I'm not going for roles at this point.
No,
At this
I'm not
point,
gonna-
we're just
I don't think there should be.
I know,
I-
good
but
casters.
Yeah, it's about
but I think
passing.
he was good. He could do it all. Is this Jamie's gameplay?
This is Dirk.
This is the.
Yeah.
Parasite coming up on the hill right now, but excellent stoppages that we're seeing from Aware. Hugh going big right there inside of the hard point, but now Slasher is going to be in here. Slasher, a great player, really made a name for himself at Columbus. Going to be able to get a kill there, and they really need the scrap time if they want a chance to come back. They have 5 seconds to do so, but if you do look on the map right now, the rotations are there for Team FaZe. That's going to be Enable inside the hard point. He's going to be able to pick up one, fire in a nade. Is he going to be able to pick up the second player? Is he going to? Yes, he does. Jumping out of the hard point, coming back in, using that exo ability to his advantage, picks up a third player, holding it down right now for FaZe. 40 seconds left, 48 left in this hard point, but they are still able to come back in this, but Enable is going to be shut down. Aches trying to do everything he can, gets the mantle inside the hard point, but Slasher going to be able to do big things for FaZe, and just like that, they're still alive in this game. Are they going to be able to do anything? Aware needs to go big here to try to stop this FaZe onslaught that's going on, but FaZe players are going to be taken out. 2 down for Aware. It's going to be Hugh inside of that hard point, contested right now, and now just as you look at it, it looks like Aware is going to be pulling away with this one. Now it is mathematically impossible. Aware going huge here to take this league match against FaZe. The time dwindling down. The final score is going to be going to Aware. Let's see. It's going to be 211 to 185. Aware taking this one over FaZe.
Can we listen to Fox again, please?
So guys, I hope you did like that commentary. If you did,
that would be,
you know what to do.
That would be useful.
That's all.
Yeah. Ron, if you could just set that up real quick, because
I got nothing, man.
I want to listen to Fox again.
Yeah, I need to see Fox again, because what I liked about Fox was everything up until the last hill, and what I liked about Jamie was the last hill. If that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you paired them together, that would have been almost the perfect kind of
perfect combination, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Just trying to find a good angle to take one player off of the hill and buy his
because all of this is amazing. He's mentioning spawns, he's mentioning rotations.
However, we have red team pushing straight up the dirt road, and there's 4 of them there. Slasher and Enable are not going to be able to hold out. Unfortunately, Enable could not pick up the second kill because there were multiple players coming at him. Now, all it would take is for red team to send one person through middle to computers, and they could completely shut FaZe down to the point where they couldn't even be contesting this hill right now. However, they're all going dirt road, and now we're going to see here in a second the players are going to start spawning on the opposite lane where FaZe was spawning. They're going to rotate through middle and get through blue room, or they could go around on S3
Jamie takes
and try
over
and
now.
control this next
So
hard
I'm
point.
saying,
This FaZe is going to need every single second on this hill. Now, the problem with this hill is that there are so many different entry points. There are at least 4 different ways to get into this hard point, even more angles to throw grenades into
That's
it.
such a big
and so
play
that means that outside of the hill is going to be need to be some superb slaying from some amazing power positions. However, Enable and Aches are not going to be able to hold it down. Slash is going to be coming in a second here. Picks up a nice 3-piece, and he's going to look around behind him. Gets another kill right there. The 4-piece coming out of Slasher. However, the other team is still spawning in, and there are still so many different angles they can come from. Slasher might not be able to hold out. No, he does not. Enable has to back off to reload. In a situation like that, it might have been more beneficial for them to all have ASM1s, but in a time like this, there's really not a whole lot of time to switch classes and make split decisions like that.
That's a really good point.
Are still holding it down.
However,
he nails that. So this is. I'll wait for this to end.
Nice kills and great competition in the hard point. Had FaZe played a little bit more
That's
aggressively and blocked those water tower spawns, they probably would have come out on top. However, Aware is going to take this.
But if he's casting with Puckett, does he say that exact thing?
No. So this is the thing. If he's with a co-caster, if you put him with someone like Puckett or even me, like you give him those points that he's bringing up, and that is so valuable. I feel. I think that's a lot harder to teach than saying, "Oh, that's a 3-piece. Can you please mention a 3?" You know, like address the situation.
I feel like that
was the problem for me.
It's a lot harder to do what he does than kind of just explaining what goes on screen. But
so
Dirk
much
does a good job, really good job.
I honestly wish I could have taken my Schwanz vote and given it to Dirk, but I've already moved him on. At this point, I think Jamie or Dirk is going to be my top alternate. Fox goes through after listening to those guys side by side.
What do you think, Matt?
I don't know. What are you leaning towards?
I'm going with Fox, and I'll tell you guys why. And he nailed everything. Used the most call-outs out of anyone we listened to today.
No, I agree.
Accurate call-outs. He talked about the strategy, not just the play-by-play. So he's well-rounded. When he did need to take over the play-by-play, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. His voice just isn't that pounding, last-moment, super hype. But I think he was consistent the whole way through. He inflected when he needed to. I think Fox gets the spot.
Apparently, Fox says that last part wasn't actually edited.
Yeah, it was. You either moved your microphone.
He did something.
Listen to this last part.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
sounds completely.
if Fox is now lying to the staff, then I got to throw the ban hammer on it.
You're burned.
I'd love to get our sound.
Play the end of the.
If you could play the end of Fox's, because.
And then send Eric in.
Yeah,
our sound guy.
Eric, come in after
Eric.
that.
Yeah, there you go. If what? He doesn't need to come in. Eric can just let.
No, I want Eric to come in.
Yeah,
Want Eric to come in?
sure.
Eric, come on in then, my friend.
yeah.
Eric, come in here. You're the sound guy.
Official
sound
official
engineer. Do you want me to give him
ruling
the
here.
headset? Should I give him
Yeah,
the
the investigation
headset.
is about to begin. Now we just left Ron in there by himself, who's now gonna have to hit the clips button.
Going
You
to
got
come
this,
through
Ron.
and take this hard point as Teach comes in with some nice kills and great competition in the hard point. Had FaZe played a little bit more aggressively and
That
blocked those
edited
water
it
tower
out.
spawns, they probably would have come out on top. However, Aware is going to take this map.
I don't think it was.
Really?
Great
Sounds
competition in the hard point. Had FaZe played a little
He
bit more
doesn't hear any
aggressively and
chops
blocked
or
those water
anything.
tower
Sounds
spawns, they
fluid.
probably would
I'm
have
gonna
come out
trust
on
the
top.
MLG
However,
sound
Aware's
guy.
going to take
All
this
right.
map.
Eric, the new sound guy, coming in saying unedited.
Eric says it's
Eric
golden.
is the new sound guy.
Fox approved in my book.
What do you?
Make a decision, boys.
I know.
I'm gonna do what they do in all cliche moments like this because I actually need to think about this.
You're gonna throw it to a commercial,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm gonna throw it to a commercial break. I actually need to think about it. I'm sorry.
He's gonna check his tweets, guys. So let
I'm
him know.
actually-
Who do you
I'm
want to go
actually-
through?
I'm actually not. I'm actually gonna seriously discuss this with you because this is important.
Yeah.
Commercial break. Be right
What?
back.
We have a show for that reason.
I know because I need to ask you.
Yeah, but
something
you can
which
get
I
a-
can't-
you can
I
get
need to
a-
ask you something I can't ask you on air.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why. That's why I need to
Okay.
shut up. Stop
What size
complaining.
pants are those, Matt? All right, we'll be right back.